Hey guys, Wanderbot here, and putting out a little bit of an announcement. I said I'd do more of these, but I'm really bad at announcement videos. But today's something kind of special, for me at least, maybe. I'm not really sure. It kind of varies for a lot of people. But so, as you guys might know, as part of this YouTube channel, I stream as well. And honestly, it feels like most YouTubers stream at the same time, or stuff like that, or maybe they do a bit of both. I am the kind of person that streams literally every single bit of content that I put out. And they're not ending. Sort of. So today, I got an email from Twitch, finally offering me a partnership with the site. So, you know, full partnership, sub button and whatever already exists there and has for a while. I was an affiliate for months. And that's been wonderful, and that's been great, and I've seen a lot of people coming out to support me there, and obviously I'm super thankful for that. But so today they're like, hey, you want to be an actual full partner, which really isn't going to change much with one small exception. It's gonna kill my YouTube streams. And this is something I've kind of been thinking about for a while, because you don't just become partnered. I have to say yes. You know, I have to commit to this decision, and I have to accept it as part of... Wow, this music is really, really appropriate. I have to accept the fact that I'm going to be a Twitch partner now. And so they can't force me into it. I have to choose. And I think I'm gonna go for it. Okay, I'll be honest, I already have. I like streaming to both. I've loved streaming to both YouTube and Twitch. There are a lot of great streams out there, and so on and so forth, but with the adpocalypse, which for the most part has not affected me, I've kind of lost a little bit of confidence in YouTube that I might have once had. And I'm still confident in it. Obviously, like, my channel's still going strong, and I'm still working my ass off to bring as much content to you guys as possible. But specifically, it feels like they haven't cared much about their streams. And, like, I've had a sponsor button on YouTube for a while now. And it's kind of almost like it's not there. YouTube really... They added it, but it almost feels like they added it as an obligation. Which kind of sucks. Because, you know, obviously if things were just as active on both sides, I think I'd be more interested. And this isn't against you guys or anything like that, but it feels like YouTube made the whole streaming thing to try and capitalize on a market that they already owned a share of, but they never really followed through. It's like they did it because they had to, because to stay competitive, you have to be able to stream. And I'm sure they have big plans there, but it's kind of one of those where they're not there yet, and they might not be there for a while. And, you know, obviously someday maybe YouTube will be the king of streaming, and at that point I'll switch over. Jesus, this music is way, way too appropriate for this. It's not a bad thing. None of this is a bad thing. But yeah, so the other thing with the adpocalypse is, for a while, my streams, every single one of my streams gets demonetized. So, you know, I used to make an okay amount for my streams, but I haven't for a while. I've just been doing it because, you know, I know people like to come out to the YouTube streams. I know a lot of people like to only watch the YouTube streams, and that's kind of why I'm putting out this video, because I don't want to just leave you guys in the cold. Sometimes I have to make tough decisions for the sake of me, and I don't like doing so without, I guess, being honest about it. And I guess the last thing is, and this is almost kind of an unnecessary detail, but I've got two more things. The one thing is, Nintendo recently also came out with an announcement saying, if you want to stream YouTube video, or not YouTube videos, if you want to stream Nintendo products, you can't do it on YouTube. I have no idea why. If anything, you'd think they would actually go after Twitch first, because Twitch feels more Wild Westy, but I think they just haven't properly figured out their angle on Twitch yet. Or maybe they just realized that Twitch isn't worth going after, whereas YouTube, like, they have already got their piece of the pie with the Nintendo Creators Program. And so for Mario Odyssey, if you guys were kind of there for those streams, I could only do them on Twitch. And so by just only doing streams on Twitch, it'll at least make it a little bit easier so I don't have to, like, switch around or anything like that. But the last thing for YouTube streams and whatnot is, ultimately I would actually love it if everybody piled into one location. Growing on Twitch is really difficult, like really difficult. It's just as hard as YouTube, honestly, and part of it is, you know, the way I stream, obviously. I don't have a whole lot of bells and whistles, I don't do an overlay, I barely even do face cam. This is like the first face cam I've done in months? What was the last one? Extra Life, which was at the beginning of November, so I guess once a month. But so I don't do a lot of the, like, kind of more mainstreamy stream things to make myself stand out, because ultimately I'm here to entertain, and I'm here to play games, and, you know, I'm not trying to go, like, overboard with some of the stuff. And, so it would actually mean a lot to me if everybody did congregate to Twitch, just because that way everybody's chatting and participating in kind of one location. I've noticed with my streams, Twitch tends to stay fairly consistent no matter how many people are around. But YouTube will be very active and then kind of drop off towards the end of the night, and everybody's always like, you know, why isn't anybody talking? And everybody's tired and stuff like that. And that always feels really bad for me, because I feel like I'm failing to some degree. And, well, this isn't really a good solution. It is a solution, and it is an okay one, I guess. Because ultimately, like, the streams aren't going anywhere. Twitch has been better than it ever has before. It's stabler, the streams are better. Obviously, you can select the bandwidth that gets put out and so on and so forth. So, you know, if you were staying away from the platform because the streams were kind of laggy, it's better. I think YouTube is still the better one for, like, bandwidth and stream quality and whatnot. But obviously, you know, that isn't quite how it's going to work out for me. But that's fine. It's not enough to keep me there, I guess. Would be the example. I guess the last thing is, it just doesn't really feel like there's much of a Twitch, well, not a Twitch. There's not much of a YouTube stream community. Whereas with Twitch, I do feel like there's other streamers out there, that there are other people. You know, frequently, like, look around and see, like, a lot of other guys doing stuff, and I look at YouTube and I'm like, there's not that many people here, and that's not confidence inspiring. So those are my reasons. Take them as you will. Now for the good news. Obviously, for starters, none of my videos are going anywhere. YouTube, my YouTube channel will remain as such forever. I will not be changing it, no matter what happens on Twitch. I will always be putting out videos. And if I get to be this, like, weird Twitch superstar someday, then I'll probably turn into Soviet Womble and I'll start putting out, like, highly edited, more fun videos, less serious. I don't know. Or maybe I'll just keep doing whatever I do, because this is who I am. This is what I do. And it's fun. And part of that, a huge part of that, is putting out those YouTube videos that you guys enjoy. So they will not be changing. Which is, hopefully is the thing that everybody's, you know, most worried about when this video came around, because I'm not quitting YouTube to go to Twitch. I'm not changing a single thing about what I'm doing, except for I'm probably going to stream more often, which might mean, like, a little bit of inconsistencies here and there. You know, I might miss a day on, like, a video or two. Like, honestly, I can barely put out enough videos on Elex and Warframe just because I have to record those during my, I have to record those during the time block that I have to do errands, and that's a giant pain in the butt. And I'm not able to keep up with it all the time. But that said, you know, 6-hour streams to 9-hour streams have been more common lately, and I think I'm going to keep with that, because it's really fun, and it really does mean that ultimately I have longer backlogs, and I can just survive off of that. I've got all of Battle Chef Brigade filmed and, like, ready to go up over the next 2 weeks. And I don't have to lift a finger for it, pretty much. It's just set to public, set to public, set to public. Slay the Spire goes on for, like, the next 3. Ugh, I have so much content from that game. But so there's that. And then the last thing is, if you guys do enjoy my streams and you've enjoyed watching them on YouTube this entire time, head on over to twitch.tv/wanderbot. It's obviously going to be the same show, different site, not that big of a deal. Following me is the equivalent of subscribing on YouTube, and that's totally free. And then I've got, you know, obviously the sub button set up, and I'm working on emotes. I've got a Wander Rip emote and a bird emote at some point that should be approved, and then I'll probably do a bunch more. Maybe I'll even take some suggestions. Actually, yeah, if you guys like to watch my streams, feel free to suggest, like, emotes for me, because I am an artist, and I actually can make stuff like that. So, obviously, there's stuff like that. Jeez, is there anything else? Not really for this. I've got more generalist announcements. Like, obviously, Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is coming out, I think either tonight or sometime tomorrow, and I'm really stoked for that. I'm going to be binging the heck out of it. Actually, yeah, that's pretty much the only major announcement I've got from my channel. Otherwise, it's just same old, same old. I will be taking a week off from kind of both YouTube and Twitch mid-January. That's the other thing. We're going to be going back to New York and then Boston to visit both Shell and my families, because we've been out here for a year and a half, and I've only seen my mother, and she's only seen her grandmother. I guess she went back home for a week this past April. So we need a bit of a vacation, and going to see family will be important. And this is more or less the last moment before Hell Week. I'm calling it Hell Week, if only because I've got like 5 major games coming out at the end of January, and I'm really worried about how I'm going to stay on top of it. We've got Monster Hunter World, Digimon Cyber Sleuth 2, Ni no Kuni 2, Lost Sphere. There's another JRPG I'm forgetting there. I don't know when Dragon Quest XI is coming out. There's also the Secret of Mana remake, which I don't know if it's going to be any good or not, but still. But so I'm excited for all of those, which pretty much means I'm going to spend the next month, you know, obviously playing new things that are coming out, but mostly trying to clear my schedule so when that stuff starts, I can actually keep on top of it. So I think that's all of it. That's the announcement. I'm really sorry that this is probably going to upset some of you guys. You know, people that only want to watch on YouTube, and like I'd do it any other way if I could. But exclusivity contracts suck, and ultimately, this is just better for me right now. Now, this isn't to say that this might not change in the future. I can leave this contract whenever I want. Obviously, I'll lose all the perks and the bonuses and whatnot. But if it turns out that being partnered on Twitch really doesn't help me out that much, or like it ruins things, or any number of stuff, then obviously we'll switch back to the way things always were. Or if Twitch dies or YouTube dies, you know, we'll adapt. I'll keep going. And it'll be fun. It really will be. So, I guess the last thing is, I don't think I've ever really officially announced this, but I've actually got a Discord, and I've had a Discord for ages. I've just been kind of hush-hush about it, because when I first, like, made it public, people flooded it and were awful. And, like, my audience, like, my more dedicated fans were, like, getting really pissed off about the new people coming in and yelling Nazi slogans. Seriously, there's a couple of people did that, and it was awful. So, I'm going to tentatively open the doors at the end of this video. In the description below, there will be a link to my Discord, and if you guys wish to participate in this community in a little bit more of a in a direct manner, then head there and join up, and it should be fun. But please behave. I don't want to have to close the doors again, because I really would like to include everybody. It's just, you know, obviously I have to work to keep things sane and happy for everyone. So I guess with that, I feel like I was, I'm like announcing the death of something. I guess I am. The death of my YouTube streams. But it will be fun. So, I guess with that, I hope to see you guys on Twitch. Twitch.tv/wanderbot. I'll be streaming tonight, as I always do, from 9 p.m. Eastern until I pass out. As I always do. So thanks for watching, guys, and I hope to see you online.